How?
Oh, let's hear it.
You could have created a T-shirt and all the.
I was going to do it, but I ain't want to.
He told me
and then give him all the money.
I wouldn't have given him all the money. No,
at
but
least 80%.
Not all.
I would have given him
At least 80. At least
a piece.
60-40, 60-40.
But let's talk about Imani.
50-50 venture.
But he
with
didn't want me to do that.
Y'all
was
talking
gonna
about
do it.
Imani putting his whole life at risk and you not breaking him off like something proper like?
How you know I didn't bring him more proper?
You said it.
You didn't break him off proper.
Imani didn't tell you that.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod.
Sheesh. I wasn't expecting that. I thought, given time has passed, Joe would be over this and Imani's just taking a sit down, but it's clear as day Joe is peeved. He's very upset. Apparently Imani crossed the line, and I attributed most of it to the backwoody punch, but Joe even brought it up. I don't know if it was a Patreon or a regular episode, but when Imani overstepped his boundaries whenever Julian appeared on Joe's Spaces. We have to be mindful of who we're speaking about and why we're speaking for people. My brother does that to me all the time whenever I try to speak for him. I remember one time we were at a club or a bar or something of the sort, and I don't drink. So I'm asking the waitress behind the bar, what's in the sangria? She tells me. I'm like, cool. Me and my brother will have one. He's like, no the hell we won't. And I had to stop myself in my tracks. I can't order for him. He is his own man. He can speak for himself. I say that to say this. Imani, it's not the punch that got you suspended or whatever it is that you're fired. I don't know. It's how you conduct yourself. And because you're close to Joe, you think you can do things that others can't. You think you can place yourself in situations that you honestly haven't been in and speak for that person because you know them. That is what we're missing here. But enough of that. The thing that stood out to me the most in the snippet that I played was Flip. It was Flip. We always talk about how Joe is a bad boss. We really don't talk about Joe and money anymore because we see that they're all happy and getting paid. But we don't attribute any of that to Flip. We just call him a bad potter, or he doesn't belong in the JBP. But I'm looking at that move like, damn. He was like, thanks, Imani, for getting my Patreon numbers up. Imani's not going to be on this next In the Room. Imani's not on the JBP. So what is it that you did for Imani? Because Joe is pissed. He let you know. Imani fucked his life up. He threw his whole livelihood away over someone disrespected him. Supposedly, in his eyes. What is it that you're going to do for him going forward, Flip? Joe is trying. I'm telling you, what I told y'all a couple episodes ago, that is going to come to fruition. Is Imani going to be able to rely on Flip the way he was relying on Joe? And I was a part of Flip's Patreon before he dropped his In the Room. Them numbers ain't numbering. So if he's anywhere over 300 subs now, he's got to attribute a lot of that to Imani. He's got to attribute a lot of that to Imani. And shout out to Melissa. What you're doing isn't going unnoticed, at least on my end. She brought up Imani twice, if not thrice, 3 times the charm. Speaking on what it is that he did for the pod. Flip, what is it that you're going to do for him? You could have helped him out. Melissa's really checking for her guy. She's showing solidarity with him. There's a reason for that. She don't want to see Imani assed out. Because she fucks with Imani, and she's not going to fuck with Imani if he's assed out. So let me do what it is that I could do to try to get you back in good graces with either Joe or Flip. And neither one of them budged. Joe sidestepped everything Melissa said about Imani. Joe does not want y'all speaking his name. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe starts putting bleeps on Imani's name whenever they bring it up. Because everyone keeps bringing his name up. He's trying to teach a lesson. But shout out to Melissa. I saw the play. I I don't know if I want to make a separate video on this. I saw what happened yesterday. I wanted to post, but I was like, let him get his shit off. It is Valentine's Day. The ladies deserve an episode 2. I was just asking about Pod Wives. I should be ecstatic for this. But once I saw Keno and his lady, and then on today's pod, Joe brought up Keno cooking for the squad, and Keno was on a Patreon. I do not like this play for Imani. I understand that he's bringing more fresh faces on the pod, but he does not want Imani's name said. He's replacing him with Keno already. Oh, this shit is just nasty, man. It's just nasty. And like I said, I wanted to make a video on it. I haven't even watched the episode yet. My business picked up. It's around that time where I gotta start hitting all the yards again. So I'm trying to make sure I get back on my daily drops. I can't leave y'all hanging. So I have to get better. I'm gonna make sure I watch the video today, and hopefully I'll come up with a video on it tomorrow. But I was peeved because yesterday's Friday. I don't give a damn that it's Valentine's Day. Yesterday was Friday. You can't interchange your days that you set. You set the precedent. You got us lined up to believe Mondays and Fridays are Patreon days, Wednesdays and Saturdays are pod days. And when you miss those days, we get frustrated. Well, I'm frustrated. I know. I'm the main one asking for pod wise, but I don't need this right now. What the hell is a Patreon? Because you're going to make me do a think piece on why there wasn't a Patreon held. Y'all came in on Valentine's Day, but y'all didn't have a... Come on now. Hey, I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. Hey, y'all ran that last video up. I see y'all. I appreciate y'all. We're going to get right back to it. But yeah, let's pay attention to this Imani thing just a little bit more. I promise I'm not going to stress this out. Maybe a week or two more. But it was noteworthy that this little exchange happened. So I just wanted to speak on it. But y'all make sure y'all watch and like the video. Make sure y'all comment, engage. Let's get this thing going up, man. Go check out the back catalog. I'm going to have to do this from my computer, I see, because all the other YouTubers are able to put, hey, segue to other videos that they did. And I'm over here looking at it on my studio like, how come I can't do that? I got to update the iPhone or get on a computer, one or the other. But yeah, man, check out the back catalog. Got the JBP Elevated. Got the whole playlist for y'all already. All y'all got to do is click and press play. But I appreciate y'all. We're going to get right back to it. Y'all stay safe out here until tomorrow. Peace.